Hi, Flosstube. Megan here. One of these days I'll get a normal routine for Flosstube videos. At least it's a Sunday. At least that's on the routine. It's Sunday, August 4th. If anybody knows where July went, let me know so I can send them a postcard to say they went by too fast. This is Flosstube number 10. Yay! Pretty exciting. Anyway, I've got a lot to talk about because it's been a while. You'll have to excuse me if I keep rubbing my arm. I got stung 2 days ago, and I had a really bad reaction to it. Now, I've been stung before. This was a yellow jacket, and for some reason, this time it was like... So it's gone down quite a bit. This purple line, I went into the Instacare yesterday. That purple line was the draw around of where it was, and it's hard to see, but there's actually a little blue line around. That's where it was yesterday. It has actually spread a little more today, but it's not spider webbing up, so I'm just tracking it. Itches like horribly. I just kind of rub it. It's getting better, but anyway, ugh, my hair's horrible today. Haven't taken a shower yet because I don't want to wash this off, so hopefully by the end of the day we'll be good. Took Benadryl. Well, I took allergy relief. And yeah, that knocks me out. So I slept a lot. Okay, well, where to start? A lot of stuff. We've got whips, we've got natural stitches, we've got haul, we've got finish. That's actually from like a month ago. And then I thought it would be fun to show you my soda stitch patterns. Soda stitches are ones that I don't have as many soda stitches as I have Mira's, and Nora's, but I have a lot of soda stitch. Soda stitch, I really like their designs. I really need to start doing more of them. I kind of just collect them. But I've got a bunch of fabric from Fiberlicious, from Under the Sea, that I'm going to start working with, and I think there's going to be some good matches. So I had to actually stop my fabric of the month with Fiberlicious and Under the Sea because I need to start using it. I've been using so much fabric flare. I have this big pile of the other fabrics that I haven't been using. So one of the new starts I did do on a non-fabric flare piece. And then I think I started, actually two of the new starts are on non-fabric flare. But then I think I started like 3 on fabric flare. Oh well, you work with what you like. Okay, so let's start out with the finish. So this was actually finished last month, actually toward the beginning of last month. I was working on it while I was doing the entertainment for what's called Freedom Days. It's a festival they put on in one of the neighboring cities. And so I was basically kind of doing there's a stage, an open stage, that you can just come and sit and watch. So anyway, I was helping. I got that all set up, all the performers, and so I kind of had to be there the whole time, and so of course I brought stitching. So this is on a fabric flare. This was a Spring Notes medley. So this is the medley from January of this year. So this had 4 separate pieces, and I think I've got things going on 2 of the other 3. I'm not sure. This was a kit, how do you pronounce it? Royus, whatever it is. Those little kits. I can't find it anywhere, so I think it's an out-of-print one. Anyway, it's a baby dragon. I did him in a little wreath. Isn't he cute? I just love him. So I'm debating, in the pattern they had drawn little eyeballs with like Sharpie, but I kind of like how it is because it almost makes it look like the holes are his little eyes. So, excuse me. Don't know what I'm going to do with him, but he's done. Yay! Finish 1, start 17. Gotta love it. Okay, let's see. Whips that I have been working on. I've been working on a lot of stuff. So I made some more progress on Map Sal, because they released the second portion, and I want to get the first portion done before I start on the second portion. So, I only had about that much done, and now I have that much done. Yeah, I'm sitting on my floor today because I didn't feel like making room. My craft room's a little bit of a mess. Anyway, so working it around, just made that corner. You can see how that wasn't printed even. That is straight. Believe me, I've drawn the line to double check it, and these are the same amount of counts here. But yeah, it ends up here on this one and here on this one. Which, for me, this works because I'm actually just going to, like, tear these out and kind of make it look like an old, worn map. This is on a fabric flare. So, I'm totally cool if it's right there at the edge because it's not going to matter. I'll just be tearing it out so it's kind of close to the edge and then kind of fraying it. It's basically just fraying it out and then mounting that. So not really going to be, having to worry about pulling it around to frame it. So I worked on that. Let's see. I'm trying to divide these out into... Okay, so those I started for Magical Stitches. Okay, so this is the other one that I started. It was going to be for Magical Stitches, but then I changed my mind and did another project. But this was a new start. This was with the Fiberlicious Fabric of the Month. And it was, it's Garden Dreams in 32 opalescent linen. And so, as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what pattern I was going to do on it. So, here's the fabric. It's gorgeous blues with the purple. You can see there in the middle is where I've started. Just a couple stitches, not too many. But I decided to do, I call her Princess in the Pea. Technical name is Sleeping Princess, but the Mira Princess in the Pea. Because, I mean, no Garden of Dreams, and she's sleeping. Yeah. So I got started on that one. And yeah, I'm really... I mean, that actually went pretty quick. Just that little spot right there. So, anyway, love this fabric. Excited to see how that all turns out. I have it in there so I remember. I keep it in a little baggie so I remember the name. Okay, so those were kind of just my two random whips that I did. For Magical Stitches, it's kind of been probably almost 3 weeks. Yeah, it's been a while. Last week's, well, yeah, not this week's, but the week before, I had done it and then forgot to post it. So I'm not even going to bother with that. But this week was all about spells. Let me pull it up on my phone, because I have the current one pulled up on my computer so I can read it. Okay, so what it was Stitching Army. So this was learning defense against the dark arts. So what we had to do were 200 stitches on 5 different projects for 5 different spells. So the first was for Expelliarmus, the disarming charm. Use your wand needle to work in red metallic or red beads, because there will be red sparks made by this charm. So this one was a little tough because I'm like, well, I don't really have anything going on. I thought of a couple projects, but I'm like, So I looked through all my stuff and I came across Little Ariel by Victoria Evchenko. Love this pattern. It's me. I have so many Victoria Evchenkos. And so what I decided to do is I'm stitching her in a toile or a toily or whatever, however you pronounce the thread, the sparkly DMC thread that comes in the nice fancy schmancy tin and it's all pretty and sparkly. So I'm doing it all in the sparkle. Therefore, you get red sparkles. So I'm doing this on, so this is a fabric flare that I'm doing one piece, another piece on a piece of it, and this is another piece of it. I think it's ended up being cut into like 3 or 4 pieces. So this was a fabric party from December 2018, and that's where I got. So if you look closely, you can see the sparkle. So my goal, and the nice thing is most of the fabrics, the atoll fabric, or the atoll threads, like if it's 320, it's C321. It's 321. If it's 666, it's C666. So a lot of the fabrics are, or a lot of the floss is the same just with the C in front of it. So makes it go really well. I might have to do some changing around because there is a limited palette. And Victoria does like to blend her threads. But so far, I'm loving it. So that was for my Expelliarmus for stitching with red sparks. Put you over here. The next one was Stupefy. Makes your victim unconscious. Using your wand needle, stitch something that is stunned. Explain how. And they were pretty lenient on a lot of these. It was like, if you could explain how how stunned worked into it, it's okay. So I decided to pull out, I was originally going to do the Sleeping Princess, because she's so asleep that she doesn't even feel the pee. But then I got a little bored of it for some reason, and so I decided to pull out one of my Hays. This is also because I have kind of been binge watching Stitching Jules, and she does all full coverage pieces, and I'm like, I really need to pull out some of mine because I have a ton. So I pulled out Simply Meant to Be by Heaven and Earth Designs. Love Night Before Christmas, and I love how they did this more realistic one. And my big bag with all the floss. So I put well over 200 stitches in this piece. And the way that I use it as stunned is, I was stunned I actually worked more than one day on it. It takes a lot for me to work on these full coverage pieces more than like an hour. And so I actually worked on that yesterday, and I worked on it today. So that was my stunned, because I was stunned that if somebody would have told me that I would have done 2 straight days on that, I would have fallen over stunned. So that's what I did. 3 was Levi Corpus. Stitch something that is in mid-air. So this was kind of it was a new start from like 2 weeks ago, but I haven't put much into it. So I've put more into it. So it is this Wicked Hallows Eve. And that is by X Stitch Designs by Lisa. So it's kind of a dark one, but I kind of like it. So I pulled out, let's see if I have my, it's some fabric. Do I have my taggy on here somewhere? It's somewhere, hiding somewhere. Anyway, got about that much done in the middle. So I worked on the witch, because the witch is in midair. And I know I have the tag on this somewhere. It was a bunch of kind of one-offs that I got from somebody, and I don't remember. I'll try. Anyway, but I really liked the fabric for that pattern. Okay, so the 4th spell was Reducto. Using your wand, stitch something that is in pieces. So my latest, not this week, but the week before, when I was up at Cindy's, I was doing inventorying of the Country Cottage needlework, and one of the things I inventoried was the, put it on this side, there we go, Santa's Village. So it's a 12-part series, There's Santa's house, Poinsettia Place, North Pole Post Office, Mrs. Claus Cookie Shop, Santa's Stocking Store, Reindeer Stables, Christmas Tree Farm, Candy Cane Cottage, Santa's Sleigh Works, Gingerbread Emporium, Elf's Workshop, and Hot Cocoa Cafe. So it's a 12-piecer. Really cute. Now, where I grew up in Lake Arrowhead, California, we had this little teeny tiny amusement park. Very teeny tiny. And it was called Santa's Village. They have actually since rebuilt it. Haven't gone there since they've done the rebuild, but I want to. And so that was like our little theme park. So it was really dinky and dorky and fun. Anyway, I decided to do all 12 of these as one piece. So I have the 12 pieces, so it's something that's in pieces that I'm working on putting back together. So I'm doing this on a 28 even weave tiny gray snowflakes from Fabric Flare from Stitchery Express. So that's where we got. So the nice thing is how the patterns work is they roll into each other, going horizontally, and then vertically you put 2 spaces between them. So anyway, I'm really loving this. This is one that I considered maybe switching this to the sparkly, and then decided I didn't want to. So, but anyway, that was my Reducto piece, which I love and is going to be fun. And I got the snowflake fabric, so I didn't have to stitch all the little snowflakes that are on each pattern. All the patterns have little individual snowflakes. I didn't really want to stitch all of those. So, our last one was Expecto Patronum. State your Patronus, and using your wand needle, stitch something related to it. So, my Patronus... Now, I've done Pottermore. I did Pottermore when Pottermore was fun and actually like a game and not just this see how much you can read. It was really fun when it was the game. Really fun. So, my Patronus is a Nebelung cat. And, so, it being a cat, I decided to do something related to it that was a bird. So this was actually between me and Cindy when I was going through Little House Needleworks. I came across this pattern and it was like, this is so stinking adorable. And she said, barely anybody ever buys it. I'm like, well, we need to find fabric that's really awesome. Tag. To stitch it on, and then we can show. So the pattern is Miss Peepers. I mean, it's a bird with glasses reading a book. How cute is that? So I picked the pattern, and then we had thought of one fabric we were thinking would go with it, and then when Cindy was overlooking, she found another fabric. So I'm actually going to be stitching this thing 4 times because it's on a medley, and this medley is called, well, it's mislabeled. I think this is a watercolor board or something like that. Anyway, it's 4 different colored boards. So you have a pink, a blue, a green, kind of a brownie. Anyway, so I'm thinking I'm stitching this. So far I got, I had it about to there, and then I have stitched all this today. It's actually a really quick stitch. So, but my plan is I'm going to do it this way on this one, and then I'm actually going to turn the fabric and do it this up and down, and then do it straight, and then do it up and down, or I don't know. So you can kind of see the difference if you do it this way or if you do it this way. So that's my bird. That's my bird that has to do with my cat, because cats love birds in many different ways. So on a side note, if you're part of Cindy's group, you have seen Patient Gray's stash, her project bags, and they are amazing. Now I don't I don't buy actual project bags, because if I did, I would be so broke it wouldn't be even funny. Hello, you have seen my projects. My amount of projects is chaos. I mean, I've got projects behind me. I've got, let me just turn this. These are whips. These are patterns. These are more whips. There's another thing over here that's my Magical Stitches whips. There's more patterns all up there. It's my needle minder collection. Yeah. So, but Patience has so many different fabrics that she uses that I absolutely love. And so there was one bag that I saw, and I'm like, this is so cute. And Cindy was like, really, anybody ever buys this one? So I'm like, well, let me have it. I'm going to put it on my Flosstube. I'm going to tell people about this awesome one, and everybody needs to go and get this pattern because it's adorable. So it is mermaids. How cute is that? Okay, if you stitch any type of mermaid, you need this. If you stitch any type of ocean, you need this. If you stitch any type of anything, you need this. Anyway, Patience makes these cute little zipper pulls out of vinyl. You open it up, has cute little dot fabric. See, it fits quite a bit. And what I really like is she serges the insides. So this is very, very strong. Anyway, I'm putting a little push out there for the mermaid print. People need to go buy the mermaid print. I'll link her site. I'll link the, Cindy's site, as always, where you can buy these. She has some new ones that just came out as well. But anyway, these bags are amazing. So if you're kind of on the fence about getting a project bag, this is a good one to try. It is worth every penny. I want to say they're like $35, $36. You can actually get a monogrammed. That costs a little bit more. She also makes bigger ones, maybe like 12 by 18 or something. Anyway, highly recommend it, especially the mermaids. But then again, I'm a goof and I love all the fun prints. I want all the fun ones. She had a Mickey and Minnie and Pluto Halloween one, and she has a Star Wars Halloween one, and then she has traditional ones as well. So, anyway, and these will go perfectly in my tote bags. So, yeah, I have a massive... Let me tilt over here. This pile right here? Yeah, these are all tote bags. So it's the insides and the outsides. So I have to sew them all together. Yeah, see, all these here has floss. All these books up here? Yeah. That. Those are all patterns. We're not even going to talk about the patterns that I have on my Google Drive. There's a lot. Anyway, there's, see if I can find it. Watch, it's probably buried. Okay, not too far. Mermaid tote bag. Mermaid project bag. Mermaid project bag fit in mermaid tote bag. So, basically I got all the pieces done of these tote bags. I need to get them all trimmed. But anyway, they're going to be all up for sale. They already are up for sale in Stitchery Express, the buy and sell group. And then I'm thinking I may post them in Instagram as well. Got to work on figuring that out. Anyway, they're $60 a piece. All made by yours truly. And yes, these fit right in them. Perfectly. With room to spare. Okay, so that is, those are my whips that I'm working on. So let's do the Soda Stitch. I'll give you my little Soda Stitch walkthrough. This is my Soda Stitch bundle. These 3 that are out, this one's kitted up. And these other 2 go into the Magical Stitches whip box. So I kind of have those separated. Okay, so in no particular order, we will get started. So first I have, of course, knowing me, the Princess Collection. Okay, that doesn't have a glare. Good. Gotta make sure it doesn't have a glare. Yep. Anyway, so this one has Snow White, Rapunzel, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, Aladdin, and Sleeping Beauty. And it's a pretty good size. It's a pretty good size piece if you do it all as one. And it's 422 stitches long by 154 tall. So, and in traditional Soda Stitch, it's all color patterns. So we've got the princesses. And of course, with the princesses, we of course have to have the princess. Now, all of their things are glossy, so there's going to be a tiny bit of glare. Sorry. So there's all our princes, and they correspond exactly with the princesses. Though, you can tell the Rapunzel one was probably before they came out with Tangled. But he's still a cute little prince. He's adorable. He's adorable. And I get pretty much all of these on Etsy. Cindy, I know, is trying to start carrying them, which would be awesome. Then we have the mini princesses. I think it's super cute. Yeah. Though, I don't know if I would... I mean, I'm wondering if they put green around... See, they put green around Cinderella. I wonder if they did that because of the pumpkin. Maybe. I think I might do a different color around her. Then I've got Fairy Tale Land 1. Which I love that this includes, you know, kind of all fairy tales. Hansel and Gretel, Alice in Wonderland, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, Anne of Green Gables. I like that. Wizard of Oz, Little Mermaid. So they kind of pulled from their individual little princess ones and made them all into one gigantic one, which I like. So, and then I also have, of course, Fairy Tale Land 2. All of those characters. I love the Little Prince. I love the animated movie that they did that was like... I don't exactly know how they did it. Anyway, way cute. Okay, so... Did I put these in order? I did. Okay, I'll bring that one. Some of these I actually do have in order. So these are their kind of their individual ones. So of the Fairy Tale Lands, these are kind of the individual princesses that they each did a square for. And I'm seriously debating doing these all on one big piece of fabric. Because I think it would be really cool. So we have Alice in Wonderland. So you can see they do have all the little extras. Got the Queen of Hearts. Got the cards. Mad Hatter. Cheshire Cat up there. Who I think is so cute. Anyway, so we got Alice in Wonderland. I think these would be so cute as just one big piece. We have Hansel and Gretel. They're yummy snacks all around. We have Snow White. Dwarves down there on the bottom. The Apple of Mere. The Little Prince. And I really like how they did the witch. She's actually really cute. I mean, then again, I don't think they could make an evil-looking witch with Soda Stitch. Okay, then we have Anne of Green Gables. I really need to reread this series. I have the entire box series. I really need to reread that. Then we have Little Red Riding Hood. Very cute. The little huntsman and the little grandma. Little cookies down there in the corner. Gotta have the little cookies. And again, an adorable wolf. Wizard of Oz. And all the fun things that come with it. Got the Lion, the Tin Man, Scarecrow. I got all 4 witches. Very fun. We've got the Nutcracker. So I did karate, my sister did ballet. And their Christmas thing that they did every year was the Nutcracker. I tell you, I know that thing inside and out. And we still make fun of some of the dances. She kind of stopped that after So she got sick when she was Christmas of when she was 9. She got meningitis and encephalitis. Ended up in a coma for 8 days. When she woke up, she had to relearn everything, and part of what she lost was coordination. So she doesn't have great coordination anymore, and so dancing just was. She just couldn't get the fluidity anymore. So we did not mind not having to do the Nutcracker every single year. Um, but I always try to find little fun ballet patterns for her because my niece is in gymnastics, and I could see her being a little dancer too. So we'll see. She may pass it on. I mean, my daughter likes dancing right now. She's 3, and that's how old my sister was when she started. So I may look into getting her started into some dance lessons because she does like to dance around and twirl, and she's also a little singer. So I don't know. I'm cool having a girly girl. I was not a huge girly girl. Okay, next, Little Mermaid. So, I kind of like with this, with the announcement of the gal who's going to be the Little Mermaid in the new live action movie, and everybody in a kerfluffle because of the color of her skin. Hello, the Little Mermaid here has purple hair and a yellow tail. And if you go to the original story, she's green. It doesn't matter. The girl can sing, and that's what's important. Now, I can understand, because a lot of people are just saying, we hope she has red hair, because, our redheaded child really connected with Ariel. I'm cool with that. I would love her to have bright red hair, because that is the Ariel that I grew up with. However, if they choose not to do that, I'm okay with it. That's what I love about the live action movies, is they're taking some liberties with it. So, like, for the new Mulan, oh my gosh, I saw the teaser trailer for that. I don't watch trailers past the teaser trailer. Mark Hamill, several years ago, came to Comic-Con and did a huge panel. I mean, it was massive. And one of the things he said in his panel was, stop watching trailers. Stop watching all the trailers. Because it starts to give you these expectations of the movies. And then you actually see the movie and there's something that's not in there. And then you get all in a tither because this one part that was in the trailer that you loved in the trailer wasn't in the movie. So since that panel, and that's been 3 or 4 years, I watched the teaser trailer and that's it. And I stop at that. Now, if I go to a movie and I watch the previews, that's different. I'm not, I'm like, I'm not going to get there, walk in right before it starts to miss the previews. I'm like, if I'm going to see the previews, it's okay. Usually because previews are movies that are coming within a month or 2. So I'm okay with that. But I don't watch all the different trailers. So I haven't watched the newest Mulan trailer. I just watched the teaser trailer, and I'm so excited. I love how they're doing the story differently. I mean, it's the same story, but from a different angle. They're not having the singing. They're not having Mushu. I mean, hello, a talking dragon was not going to exist in reality. So, I love how they're making those changes and making it more realistic. So, I really love how they've done that. I still haven't seen Lion King. I've heard it's amazing. So, I'm excited to see how they did that. And, what was it? I haven't seen Aladdin yet either. I really need to see that. And I've heard it was great. I know a lot of people were kind of same thing in a tither about Will Smith playing Genie. And apparently they love him. So I'm excited. Anyway, back to stitching. Next one is Beauty and the Beast. Love this one. Such a cute beast. Though I think for one of these cups down here, I would put a little crack in it for Chip, because neither of them have a chip. And you need to have a chip. Okay, let's put this back where it goes. Okay, here we've got Rapunzel. Cute and adorable. Cinderella. We've got Lady Tremaine and Anastasia and Drizella, or Anastasia and Drizella, however they go, and the Prince and the... Though I think they might have put those lines to make her look old, but makes it look like it's a mustache. So I may have to take those off to make that be a fairy godmother, or we'll just go with the fairy godfather. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sleeping Beauty. Cute. Though it has 4 fairies. I'll have to reread the original. Maybe it did have 4 fairies. The Little Prince, one of my favorites. Love this story. Ugh, love it. I've read it in 2 languages. I love it. Then we have Pinocchio. Yeah, they have so many of these. I absolutely love them. And I'm pretty sure I have every single one. Thumbelina. I mean, though, you can't imagine if I do these all at once. That's going to be a big piece. The Snow Queen, aka Frozen. This is the original that it's based off of. Sounds like kids are playing upstairs, maybe. Peter Pan. Love this one. Love, 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 love this one. Always been a huge fan of Peter Pan. I've seen so many versions of it, I've lost count. Okay, and here's the last of them. Aladdin's Wonderful Lamp. Yeah. I love how they do the little genie with his little mustache. It's very cute. Okay, so that's that whole series. Okay, so now these are kind of getting into just miscellaneous of their others. I kind of just go with whatever I like. So this is Alice and a Clock Rabbit. And I just thought the rabbit was so cute. Rabbit is a little boy. And then we have Beginning Lover. And what I like about these is they have different versions of it. So, like, they have a version where you can make it into a clock, and the pattern is on the back to do it with the clock figures. And then they have the big this version is what's inside, but they have other little ideas. So I love that about them. This one is some name in Korean that I have no clue what it is. I just think that's cute. He's brushing her hair. A little dog or cat or something hiding there under the blanket. Anyway, this one's really sweet. Then we have One Day in the Country. I love this style. I love anime, manga style stuff, kind of the chibi, kawaii. Yeah, love it. I call this one Doing Dishes. Again, I don't know what it says. Learning Korean is on my list of languages that I want to learn. That, along with Japanese. One day. Sunshine Day. Cute one. I call this one Pillow Fight. Pretty adorable. Told you I had a lot of Soda Stitch. This one is the Star Hunters. Isn't that cute? Got a little net catching stars. Okay, then let's pull out this one. This one is Woman's Room. Really like this one. I'm doing this one on a lace fabric. Looks like it has a lace printed on it. So it's turning out really cool. I love this one. But I will definitely be changing the background fabric. This is The Time for Myself. So it also has the pattern in the back, you know, for just if you just wanted to do the face, not the whole thing. Also has that thing for the Merci, so it folds out. Can I see? That's how a lot of them do, is they do a fold out like that. The princesses are actually like a book. Then we have Sewing Cats. This one I'm also doing on a lace fabric. Makes it look antique-like. I mean, they're just so stinking cute. This is another one I'm planning to do for my sister. This is Flower Dance. So we have poppy, sunflower, rose, peony, and tulip. That one's really pretty. And the nice thing is a lot of these can be done individually, or they can be done on one big piece of fabric. Then we have the ballet school. Cute little animals and their dancers. Their expressions are just so cute. This one, I think the Stash Queen was doing this one. This is a Pinup Girl, which I think is adorable. Yeah. Totally cute. And then, of course, if there be mermaids, I be having the pattern. So we've got the Princess Mermaids. They're nice and pretty. I kind of like how they did this one, where they stacked them. It's kind of cool. Hey, Prince, what can I help you with? I'm doing a video. What? You want an Oreo? Go ask Daddy. He's asleep? Okay, well, I'll be up in a couple minutes and I'll get you an Oreo, okay? Okay, you go upstairs and I'll be up there in a minute. This is The Legend of the Blue Sea. Seen several people do this one. It is pretty. It's kind of another style. This is Craft Village. Kind of another Soda Stitch style. Thought that was totally cute. Then we have the World Festival. This is the girl one. So, fly. I hate flies. And we live right next door to a field. We get flies. So we've got Venezia Carnival, Kuchenhof, probably slaughtered that pronunciation, Lantern Festival, Rio Carnival, Halloween, Oktoberfest, and the Viking Festival. So those are those. And then, of course, because you got the girls, you got to get the boys. So these are the boy version for all those festivals. And if you're going to buy tons of Korean patterns from Korea, then you may as well get the traditional Korean culture. Which I find this very fun. Yeah. That's just fun. And going across my things that I love Zodiac. So this is, so they had it, yeah, so it's split into, what, do I have an extra? I've got an extra thingy here. I'm going to take that out. So this is the Zodiac. So we've got Aquarius and Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Look, he has little claws, little tail. That's me right there. I have done just that, just Pisces on a piece of fabric. But I really want to do all of them. And so here we have the rest. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. All adorable. Leo's cute. And so those are the zodiacs. Then I also got the birthstones. I love birthstones. This ring is my birthstone, Aquamarine. So we've got garnet, amethyst, aquamarine, diamond, emerald, and pearl. So there's our first 6 months. And then our second 6 months. Ruby, peridot, sapphire, opal, topaz, and turquoise. So I thought it would be fun to, you know, maybe do all the jewels with like a acrylic blending filament to make them sparkle. I think that would be pretty. Then, continuing on with the months and years and all of that kind of stuff, we have the birth flowers. So we've got January, February, March, and April. So carnation, iris, daffodil, and daisy. I loved theme stuff. Can you tell? Then we have May, June, July, and August, which is lily of the valley, rose, larkspur, and gladiolus. Nice and pretty there. Then we have September, October, November, and December, which is aster, marigold, chrysanthemum, and poinsettia. So if you didn't know your birth flower, you know your birth flower. There you go. Okay, 2 more. We have Little Witches. Very cute one. And we have Santa and Rudolph. They're cute. Merry Xmas. Love it. So it also has this pattern down here. There we go. Trying out his clothes. I just love the expression. Like, why am I doing this? So that's my soda stitch. Love it. That'll go back up on the shelf for when I need it next. Okay, let's do haul. And then do plans for the week. So, the whip group, the Adopt a Whip group. There we go. I had to get the right thing. I want this to finish, and then of course I get to keep the pattern. So it's it's a Teresa Wensler, and it's the castle. So she sent that to me, and I'm going to finish it up for her, so it's about that much done. So this should go pretty quick. It's on Aida, and so I stitch pretty quick on Aida. So yeah. Anyway, be doing some work on that. Kitten Stitcher was having the fundraiser for cats and dogs going on. So I decided to make some purchases there. My favorite thing is the envelope actually came with a sticker of 0 that said inspected by 0, which I absolutely loved. So I got a Year at Hawk Run Hollow. Been wanting this one a lot. I have Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow that I haven't even started yet, but I got a year. And then I got Paradigm Lost by Log Knock Samplers. Not sure how I'm going to do that one. Maybe variegated or silks or something. Got the Harry Potter 2. And this is from Les Petites. Though I will be changing the colors on that, as we all know. Because I am not Gryffindor. Nope. Nope. From Cindy, I picked up the Cathedral Woods Goddess with the embellishment pack, the Charon, and this is the fabric that I'm gonna do it on. It's Opal 32 linen, and it's called Smudge Landscape. Well, it's called Smudge. Yeah. It's pretty. Oh, I hear little feet pitter-pattering. We may have an interruption here in a minute. Oh, yes, you can have 4 Oreos. Yay! They didn't need me to get the Oreos. Okay, no joke. We actually have to lock our pantry because if we don't, my kids don't have stop buttons. So they will get in and like eat an entire box of cereal in a morning. So we do have to have a lock on there. But every now and again we just leave the key in there and they can get in and out. So that's how they got that. Picked up the Jane Bannister 1855 from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. I managed to get the last one that Cindy has. This has now gone, I believe, out of print. So I'm trying to decide on this one if I'm going to do the silks or not. So I'll have to play with that. Then I got This House Believes in Christmas by Kyori E. Betakyori. Hold please, I'm being called for. Yeah. They're gonna have nice cold reality when school starts in 2 weeks and they're down to half an hour of electronics a day. They don't have that restriction right now because it's still summer. Anyway, so we got This House Believes in Christmas because this house does believe in Christmas. And then I got the 3 laundry company ones from Hands On Design. The Never Ending Cycle, the Irony, the opposite of Wrinkly, and Loads of Fun. So, got those 3. Got Dragons of Sumatra, just because it's pretty. Garden Stars, it's green, I got it. Also got all the flosses in the way. Yeah. So I have the meow one because I'm a cat person, but then of course I also had to get the woof one because I also now have a dog. Woof. He's still being a pain in the neck, but he's a puppy. What can I? Look, I can't blame him. Then I got the 2019 Halloween edition. There's some fun ones. I would change the fabric on a lot of them. Those are just kind of odd, but all in all, not super bad. I also joined Jawed Designs fabric and floss. So the fabric was Gnome Party. Pretty is that? I just kind of want to eat it. Looks so good. So that was the fabric. Then I got their rainbow thread pack. And then the they're variegated. So we've got the July 2019 Gnome Party. So we got 2 of those. And we've got Pale Peacock, Glinda the Good, Not in Kansas, Harvest Moon, and Flying Monkeys. It's more gray in person than in blue. Anyway, I'm excited to use these. I've heard a lot about them, so I'm excited to play around with it and see how they are. I heard they stitch up really well. I'm excited to use the rainbows. That's going to be fun. Okay, so that is it for haul. Okay, plans for this week are going to be on stitching whatever I want to. Now, the new challenge for magical stitches for this year, so we're in week 6, is change in power. So what we have to do is find a project that we've either quit or really want to quit and put 1,000 stitches in that project. And then we just have to send them an owl on why the project has made us stop working on it and how we feel this week making progress on it. So I don't know what project I'm gonna do, because I don't really hate any of my projects. I really like all of them. So I'll probably pull out. I'm probably gonna pull out the Hem of God. The book is somewhere. I'll find it. It's another Heaven and Earth design. It's the James Christensen Touching the Hem of God. That's where I'm at. I've been working on this thing for like 10 years. I think that could qualify as wanna quit, almost wanna quit. Anyway, so I'm gonna work on that. There's so much purple. Well, because I converted all the threads to anchor. And so the purple color, there's supposed to be like 2 or 3 purple colors in the purple. In anchor, it's all one color. So it's a lot of purple. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably do 1,000 stitches in that one. Anyway, I hope that everybody's having a good week, good Sunday, good beginning of August. I don't know if your July flew by like my July flew by, but kids start school in 2 weeks. Well, oldest starts school in 2 weeks. Middle starts school in 3 weeks. Youngest starts school in like 4 weeks. So it's crazy. Be nice to have them out of the house though, and not just to take care. Anyway, hope that everybody's doing good. Stitch up a storm. Have fun. Start a new pattern. Buy something new. Finish up something. Do whatever you want to do. Just enjoy it. Go enjoy life. And I will talk to you whenever I talk to you next. Hopefully it's sooner than this last stint. Might stretch it every other week. We'll see. It's kind of when I have time. Anyway, bye.